premiere episode of Adventure Abingdon. For this first episode, it's a crisp fall afternoon, and we're actually out at Anderson & Sons Farms off of Chip Ridge Road at the pumpkin patch. Claire, thank you so much for having us here.
Yes, we're glad you're here.
Yeah, we're excited. So I guess where do we want to start?
Sure. Well, we'll take a trip in the barn, check out the animals, and see what we can find.
Yeah, come along with us.
We have Betsy and Emmy Lou, a cow and calf that our friends can come and visit with. We have a couple goats. This is Oreo and Nestle. It looks like they're hanging out and taking a nap.
Oh, they're so tiny.
They are.
So are they younger? Or?
They are probably 3 or 4 months old. They're just weaned, but they're pygmy goats, so they won't get too much bigger, but they're very social. Usually they're over here tugging on your clothes.
Yeah, and you actually just had, I guess, a field trip or a kids visit a little while ago.
Yes, so during the fall we host school groups and preschools during the morning, and I allow them to come and just see what we do here on the farm.
Yeah,
that's our favorite part, is just exposing the public
Yeah.
to agriculture and what we do here.
Well, that's awesome. So I'd say that's probably some of the reason the animals might be a little tired.
They are probably worn out. Yeah.
They got to meet a lot of kids today.
Son, and we raised him, and then this is Bill.
Oh.
So pretty happy fellas.
Now, as we're taking a look at all the animals, I noticed you've got like kind of papers here that explain a little bit about what the different reasonings are you have the animals.
Sure.
So you want to kind of elaborate on some of those educational pieces for us?
Yes, we do try to be as informative and educational as we can, because we realize that this may truly be someone's first time on a working farm.
Yeah.
So we do like to focus on the purpose of having the livestock. This is an up close and personal view that most people don't get to be this close to a cow or this close to a pig. But we try to be realistic and want the consumers to know where their food comes from. And this is a perfect example for us to do that.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, so there's a lot more for us to see. I think we've got a tractor ride lined up.
Yes.
So I guess let's hop on the tractor.
All right, let's
see
go.
what else we can see. We've made it on our ride. You can see where we started way back in the background, and we're actually in the pumpkin patch now. So we're going to learn a little bit about just kind of what goes into making a pumpkin patch like this. So.
Sure. So we plant pumpkins around historically Memorial Day, so the end of May, and we will usually, of course, we have used a tobacco setter. This year we moved to a corn planter that was improvised, and it takes a lot of weed control and fungicide to just kind of to keep there's a lot of molds that can come on pumpkin plants, so we have had to learn a lot. We've leaned on our extension agent Phil Blevins to help us. He is a wealth of knowledge, so it's been a learning curve, but water is very important. We've learned this year it's been very dry, so we've had to work through that, and we also have to work through dealing with our friends the deer. They also like pumpkins, and we're in a very rural area, so weeds and the deer have been our biggest, and not having much water have been our biggest challenges this year.
I thought it was neat too, because coming out here this year versus last year, your cornfield's over here, which last year it was here. So does it help to kind of rotate the crops around?
Yes, so we they tell us about 2 years is about as long as you can keep on one crop for the pumpkins. So we have rotated, and we hopefully we'll have pumpkins here again next year, and then we'll switch back.
Okay, well, good deal. Well, I guess we're going to hop back on the tractor, ride back over. We're going to try to get a bird's eye view of the farm. To conclude our trip today, which is sad because now I have to go back and sit in an office for the rest of the day. But we didn't want to end this adventure without checking out the corn box. So if you've got little ones coming out, this looks like a really fun place to play.
This is the place to be. We have more tears because of kiddos having to leave than anything. But it's kind of like a sandbox on steroids, and it is fun for kids of all ages. We've even seen some adults in there. So we think that this is a great way, once everybody's seen all the parts of the farm, to come and kind of relax, and you'll have several families gathered around. We've got some chairs that you can pull up or sit on the picnic tables while your kiddos have a good time.
That's awesome. I definitely would have loved to have had something like that when I was a kid. But thank you all so much for tuning in with us, and thank you so much for having us on the farm.
We're glad you came to see us.
Yeah, we had a blast. So if you want to come check out this spot, it's called the Pumpkin Patch here in Abingdon. There'll be some information in the description boxes or pinned comments wherever you're watching this on the interwebs, and I'm sure they'd love to see you.
Come on out.